He was a heck of a player. I do think he's deserving, but they still have like some grade A candidates to get in there.
That's it. I mean, I just think that the depth of talent in this franchise is like legit. And so, I mean, you're talking about they're still putting Hall of Famers in there. And so this is, but it's a good question to ask our guy, Tom West. Like,
right.
Just, he is kind of one of the curators of that thing. And so he would have a better answer on exactly why. But I mean, if they're inducting Randall McDaniel, that's not a shot. It's not like they're putting Leo Lewis in there ahead of him. So they've just had a long and rich history of really, really good players that go in, and I do think that they are taking extra pains to make sure it isn't a ring of very good. It's a ring of excellence, and so it might take a little time for him to get in it.
Thanks to Tony Hoaglund, Hoaglund. He handles my insurance, handles Michael Russo's insurance, and has been a great guy to deal with and a great supporter of the network.
Hey, Minnesota sports fans. This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Hoaglund. I need you all to ask yourselves this question. If you're in an at-fault car accident and you are sued for $700,000, how much of that $700,000 will my current insurance company pay? If you are unsure or can't answer all $700,000, you need to give us a call. State Farm has been number one in car insurance since World War II and number one in homeowners insurance since 1964. For a no-obligation review of your current policies, call us at 763-421-4900 or check out our website at www.champlininsurance.com.
For Max Meyer, has Pat Elflein shifting guard improved his play significantly?
Well, I mean, for me, I've always been an Elflein fan. I think that he was just coming back from a bad injury as much as anything else when you look at his performance. And so, last year he wasn't in any of the off-season workouts. He was kind of ramping things up all the way to the season, and so once he got in there, he was behind and he was catching up the whole time. And so when you look at what the impact that he had as a rookie at center, I wrote a story probably in week 10 or 11 of his rookie season saying I think he should be considered for the Rookie of the Year, just given the way that he stabilized that unit, really improved it, and helped a team that was winning a ton of games. I do think he's a year removed from that injury. I think he's fully healthy, and I think in the end maybe guard better suits him than center does in terms of his skill set. But he is an athletic guy that can move around. I think having a center like Garrett Bradbury, who everyone seems to be very high on, will help him, and I think that whole line will be better this year because of some of the tweaks that they've made to it. But I am buying Pat Elflein stock. I think he can be a good player in this league. Whether he's an All-Pro or a Pro Bowl player, I'm not sure, but I think he's a good, hard-nosed, really strong, really athletic guy who can be a good guard in this league.
Let's wrap it up with a question that kind of cross-pollinates some of our beats and some of the work we do. I do want to thank Bite Squad, bitesquad.com. Use the Bite Squad app and use the promo code TALKNORTH to get your first delivery fee waived. Just keep using it because it's a great service. They deliver restaurant-quality food right to your door. They will do it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, late night, whatever you want. If you can sign up for their membership program, $5.99 a month gets you free deliveries within a 4-mile radius, and they keep adding really good restaurants. Bite Squad, bitesquad.com, Bite Squad, the app. So, who was the worst Twin Cities executive if you have to choose between Viking legend Fran Foley, Paul Fenton, and David Kahn?
Yeah, it's this is a conversation you don't want to be in.
No.
That's for sure. I would say now, how long Foley didn't even last? Yeah, 3 months.
One draft. And you know what? The draft wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. It's just the fact that he falsified his resume and he kind of behind the scenes proved himself to be a complete moron immediately.
Yeah, I mean, so Fenton only lasted a year. I would say, as crazy as this is, I would probably have to say I'm going to go Fenton worst, Foley second, Kahn third, because I think Fenton, the amount of damage he inflicted per the shortness of his stay sets him apart. He took a franchise that was steady and stable, and we can argue about. I always give hockey fans all sorts of guff about the Wild haven't really done anything. Why are you carrying yourselves like you're following the freaking New York Yankees? Like the Wild fans gave that organization too much credit over the years, but they were always pretty good. Now he has turned that into a complete disaster of a franchise, and so his stay there was unbelievably damaging. Foley, just for the bumbling and the shortness of it, and the realization that, man, this guy is such an idiot. We got to get him out of here before he does any real damage. Tells you much. David Kahn stayed for 3 years, I think, in part because of the way Glenn Taylor runs things, and he did do a lot of damage with the hiring of Kurt Rambis, with some of the moves that were made, with the alienation of Kevin Love. But in comparison to the other two, I still think he's third, which is, again, remarkable for me to say.
What scares me is I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, Kahn, as bad as Kahn was, he wasn't as bad as those other two. My God. And listen, David Kahn, here's the other thing. David Kahn, boy, I'm having so much trouble trying to give him even the faintest of praise. But you said it. He didn't just obliterate the entire culture, in part because the Wolves didn't have a good culture to begin with.
Yes.
But the thing about the Wild is, we can argue about whether it's good to be a kind of an 8th seed type of hockey team, and but they functioned.
Yes.
They were a competitive hockey team with a good business side and a good front office in terms of the way they operated. They had good reputation around. Fenton went in and just started firing people for purely paranoid reasons, for absolutely no reason. I mean, you can't do that.
Well, and the other thing is that I've been saying for a while that the Wild lack top-tier talent, but Fenton this year traded anyone who was even remarkably an asset, even close to an asset, and didn't get hardly anything in return.
Yep.
And so now whoever comes in on the other side of it literally has a bare cupboard. Like, who are they going to trade? Like Zach Parise?
Well, Zach would like it if you trade him.
He would like it, but what are you going to get back for the 12 years he has left on his deal and and he's 35 years old? Like, all of the young, intriguing prospect or talent on the roster that could be traded is almost gone now, and left in its wake is Donato and Fiala and Victor Rask, and it's just like, whew, holy cow! I mean, he has further hamstrung this organization to such a degree that it's remarkable. And in addition to the bedside manner, in addition to the alienation, in addition to all the self-inflicted wounds that he put on himself, it was a remarkably dysfunctional 1-year run here.